by coaching. I'm streaming. Okay. Welcome back to the jungle. I'm going to be playing Rammus for the runes, Aftershock, Font of Life, Conditioning Overgrowth, Alacrity, and Triumph. That will give us more tankiness for free. The Aftershock giving you armor, MR, and even damage as you CC the bad guy. And then the other ones are kind of scaling tankiness, and with Rammus, you got to know that the whole game really happens for you around mid-game. In the early game, we're going to be trying to play for ganks, getting ourselves and the allies ahead, and then trying to put the enemy behind. Because that's what Rammus is good at, the ganks. If you farm, do objectives, no one cares. If you farm, do nothing, really no one cares. But if you get any gank off successfully, you're in business. With Rammus's kit, the passive gives us bonus AD based off our armor and magic resist. As you use the W, you get more of that bonus AD because you get more armor and magic resist. And then that scales. Gives you a percentage increase on it. My bot lane's getting pushed in. Hell, we could try for a gank down here. We're against Malphite jungle, so it's not like he's going to take our blue side or anything. Get the E. Use that health potion, and off we go. Alright, use that ghost. Use the Q right here, and let's get in there. Doink, auto, EW. Hit him, moving. Hit him, moving. Hit him, and wait for the barrier. Hit him. Outplayed. You have been outplayed by Rammus, bud. Go ahead and help these guys push the wave. As I walk past it, the W reflect damage will apply to the minions as well. Very nice. Alright, job's done. Since we spent all of our HP, we don't want to walk into the river and get one shot by the enemy jungler, so we'll just recall. Bomby Cinder to the top side. We want to complete that Bombies first, and then we go into the Bramble Vest, building into the Thornmail. The W reflects damage when the enemies hit you, and then the E forces them to hit us, and also deals damage to the camps. So our basic combo is going to be Q into the bad guy. Whoa! Smite. Enjoy. Q into the bad guy, and then we EW them. Looks like Malphite took our blue, but check it out. We're even in CS. That guy's too slow to counter jungle. Any tank jungler is. Oh. Alrighty, back to the camps now. We'll do most of them and then look for another gank. The Balmy Cinder gives us the burn damage to the camps, HP, and ability haste. Very good first item. Auto. Q. Auto. Hop. 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 Buh. Buh. Job's done. The Q gives you the movement speed, but it builds up as you use it. If you don't know that it does that, it feels kind of awkward. So when you're about at the edge of the bush and you're ganking the lane, that's when you want to use it. You don't want to use it before, and you don't want to use it after. So, or else you're just too damn slow. Let's go ahead and smite this. Get to the gank faster. Malphite. Clicking at top lane. Watch out. Careful. Alrighty. Level 5. Another point into the queue. Here we are. Enemy bot lane. Nowhere to be found, so we can just go mid lane. Unless. Q. We get slowed, but maybe. On to Jhin here. On to Seraphine. EW. Hit him. Fellas, who are we focusing, huh? Alright, let's do this again. As I stand still in lane, nothing will ever happen, so... we just go into the river, Q again. There's nothing to Q, Bob. They're under turret. Unless... Hello, friends. Oh, EW. Hit him. Run! Do I live? Nice. Alright, no backsies. Let's get out of here. Kill me, Malphite. Just... Bramble, Boots, Sweeper, a little bit of HP, and to the top side. We cleared our camps, we went into the river, gank the lane, the gank fails, go into the river, Q again, gank it again. You got nothing else to do as Rammus. There's no camps to do, you're not doing the dragon, and so long that you just try again, it's either going to work or fail, and then you recall back to the camps. Everything works out from there. The worst thing you can do on Rammus is click around wondering if you're doing the dragon, wondering if you're doing the gank. Just do it and then leave. We got the Bramble Vest that gives us some armor and the reflect damage as well. When the enemy hits us, it applies magic damage and applies the anti-healing. And then where we can force them to hit us, very nice. Nobody on their team has a huge amount of healing, but still going to be our best first item here is Rammus. Level 6, we get the Q. You do a backflip, slam down on the ground, slowing the enemy, dealing damage. Oh! Uh-huh. Ghost. Hello, friend. Ulti. Oh, E. Hit him. Noob down. Our ulti also makes us unstoppable, so where Yasuo throws a tornado there, we just do a cool backflip over it, and then we can stay on top of him. Whereas if I just keep running in a straight line, he tornadoes me, runs away. So the ulti can be an outplay tool like that. Whoops. Canceled my W for no reason. But yeah, we do that play, clean up that, and then it's just back to the camps. Once those Void Grubs spawn, those are something for me to do. Outside of the ganks. Malphite, are you looking at the dragon, man? You don't want to do that. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Scryers. Q? Malphite, where are you? Moving. Pop, get knocked up. E, W. Hit him. Hit him. Smite, hit him. And outplayed. Good job, Rammus. You don't want to get too confused and move around too much in these fights. If you just stand there and auto-attack, you're doing your job, man. We're getting hit. We're dealing some damage. Good job, Rammus. Alright, job's done. Back to base. Chain Vest. Ruby Crystal to the top side. And now I just want to go right to these Void Grubs. Keep maxing that Q. More damage. More movement speed. More of the slow. Yeah, more of the slow. It slows by 70% now when we hit them. Where the cooldown goes down on it, though, we can start using it to get around the map. That part's very good. Alrighty, to the Void Grubs. Now these bad boys will hit us and deal damage to themselves. Good job, Rammus. You only want to smite whenever the enemy jungler shows up. Go ahead and gank top. Malphite's doing his thing bot lane. Q. Going EW, hit him, and hit him, and hit him. Good job, Rammus. Good job. Malphite, do you have any camps for me? Killing my ADC down there. So we went into the river, did the Void Grubs. Since we're in the Void Grubs, don't go back to your camps. Do a gank first. You won't believe what happens next. Now that Rammus, or now that Malphite, same fucking champ. Since Malphite did that bot gank, we'll just take all the camps we can up here. Maxing that E second. And then after the red buff, we can maybe gank mid. You gotta save my Q, though. And my E. Now, if we were just autoing this thing. Good job, Rammus. To the mid lane. Q right here. Yasuo going. Ulti. E, W, hit him. Hit him. Good job, Rammus. We ulti pretty much where he is, because that's where he'll be staying. And then we get that knock-up. If you Q into the ulti, you get a knock-up. If you just ulti, it only slows them. And that ulti does a lot of damage. Alrighty, we did the Void Grubs, gank top, 2 camps, gank mid, scuttle. We can just reset. Get our item, and then get back out on the map. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Off we go. Thornmail giving us armor, armor, HP. The magic damage reflect now deals more, and it applies that anti-heal. And then the Merc Shred's giving us magic resist and some tenacity. The enemy has quite a bit of magic damage on their team that's going to help us. And now with our ulti down and all of our camps up, I could farm for quite a bit here. We're entering the mid-game, so we want to make sure that we get quite a bit of farm. Because like I said, the mid-game is where it really happens. You don't have to overdo the ganks in the early game. Not going to defend the turret. If I spend my time defending the turret here, it takes away from my next attack. My attacks are all that matters. Defend this turret 1,000 games, no one cares. Kill Yasuo another time, winnable. Kali's on the run, huh? Malphite going bot lane. Careful! Buh. Buh. Oh, he's so down there. Moving. A little bit of ghost. Oh, he's just dead. EW. Hit him. There's no way I'm killing here. Alright, well, to the mid lane fight. Q. I'm coming in. Ulti. Get back here. E. Noob down. Sortie. Alright, job's done. Don't fight, don't fight. I ghost towards the bot play. It doesn't work out. Fuck it. To the other one. I'm gonna have impact. If your allies are dead, there's literally no point to go into the fight. Even if you kill everyone, your allies aren't the one getting the kill, so it barely matters. It doesn't mean you should never fight them, but like, do that fight in low elo, you're going to waste your time. You will never kill anyone when they're all full HP, clicking around, you know? Alrighty, back to base. Giant spell to the top side. I want to get Protoplasm next. This item's super overpowered. Even after the nerf. Nice, these guys are fighting. Can use another Q. I'm gonna get there faster than Malphite. Sweeper. Alright, and another Q. No Malphite here, boss. In between the turret, EW. Hit him. Hit him. Job's done. Alright, you got that turret. Rest in peace, Dumbo. So we're entering the mid game now, and the goal will be to take these turrets. The Renekton probably has that turret. He has Void Grubs and all of that. And then even though my Caitlyn dies, she's going to respawn and walk back down there. And then I can gank mid. And we can try to hit that turret if it's successful. But by clearing my camps now, once again, we do the play, clear the camps, and we can do another play. It's just always about getting to the next play after getting your camps. Things only get complicated on Rammus if you mess up that order and start randomly fighting everything at all stages of the game. Okay. Q. Mr. Jin, I love you. Ulti. Enjoy. Malphite's here too, I think. Oh. Alright, well, suppose we can hit the turret now. Rammus is so stupid, man. Just ultied onto that guy and he just dies. Push. Push. Put the Void Grubs to work. Sortie. Job's done. Now we leave. We got quite a bit of gold from that turret too. Bro, I have 700 gold shutdown. Not bad. But again, just don't overstay. Don't click forward after taking that. Just spend that gold and then fight. Easy. To the top side. The Protoplasm giving us HP, ability haste. Hold on. What are we doing, boys? Q. Hello. Not today. Alright, bye-bye. They might attack my allies here. Another Q. Hello. Alright, you got me. Bye-bye. You guys are so dead. Amazing. You might be 0-6 for a reason, Mr. Silas. Well, that play's not going to work, and then they're going to take that Rift Herald. Let's get our funny camps in the meantime. Please don't take my blue buff, please. We're maxing that E second. It gives us more of the taunt duration, and that means more CC. I'm pretty sure on like funny websites they tell you to max W second, but it's just stupid. You only need that W when the team fights start. As we're entering the mid game here, yeah, there's going to be team fights, but the picks are what matters, and if you don't CC the enemy long enough, you're just clicking around as Rammus. You ain't a champion. So it's way better to have that E maxed, and then have way more taunt duration. It goes up to 2 seconds. Mr. Jin doesn't want to die, gotcha. My ally sucks, so this is going to be a hard mid game. And we could easily lose. There's nothing to it here. We could easily lose because all my carry champions kind of suck. But we'll see. My goal will be to CC their strongest guy, which in this case I guess is Jin. Well, E, auto. Auto. A little bit of Q ulti eventually. Buh. E. Hit him. Any allies? There we go. There you go. Good hustle, boys. Alright, back to the dragon. It'll be way easier to fight these guys in the river. The Seraphine has Rylai's, that's why I was so slow. Ugh. 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 Run. Well, here we go. Onto the Seraphine. EW. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Q. Ouch. Ouch. Doink. EW. Hit him. Ouch. Oh! Single target ulti. Oh. Please. Alright. Alright. You would hope that I would live if I'm the one eating the Malphite ulti and the Yasuo ulti as the tank. God bless. Glad to be here. How's the allies doing? Any damage coming in? No? That's fine. That's fine. Take your time, guys. Everyone operates at their own pace. I guess I'll get Jack's show. They do have mixed damage. Oh, it feels so bad, though. Giant spell. No magic. Now that we're in the mid game, these fights are going to happen. You want to go to the fights first and then farm later. Ugh. That guy's dead. Into the enemy jungle. On to the Yasuo. A little bit of Q. That guy's dead. Any Malphite? Mr. Jin! Ulti! E! Hit him! Hit him! And Q! Take that! And one of these! Yeah! Yeah, welcome to the tank. Alrighty, let's take this guy's camps. Where Mr. Jin shows there, he's all alone. I have Silas follow up, I have Caitlyn follow up. We just attack that guy before his allies are around. When and where you take fights, and if you have numbers advantage, is so damn important on any tank. You have to see it on the minimap, you have to know what you're walking into. And here's a fucking tip, move your camera and see what you're running into. An actual tip though, like imagine you're doing the camps and then you want to see the play. Boom, you move the camera and then you would click once and you just keep staring right there instead of doing it like this where you're like clicking a million times where you already are. Instead we would just like click towards Scuttle and then we're staring at it, you know, that's way better. That's one thing that makes moving that camera easy at the beginning because, I mean, I know how it feels to be a noob and trying to move that camera. It feels like heavy or something. Because the first game, or I played Call of Duty before playing League, and moving this screen just felt like bullshit. Still does, but... I mean, all things League, it never gets better. Alright, Akali's gonna live for now. Any noobs? Let's take this base portal. I'm too tanky. Q. And... Onto this guy. E. The Jin's probably dead, so Q. Amazing. Auto. Auto. Enjoy. Q ulti. Get the knockup. Auto EW. Hit him. Hit him. That guy's dead. Q this guy. Hit him. Tanking. Tank. That guy's dead. Good job, girls. Glad we could get that done. To the next guy. Now just roll at him. Hey, get back here. Get back here, you piece of calcium. I'm taking your raptors. Since we have the lead, it's so easy just to roll into those guys and start hitting them. And once that play's done, that's your time to farm. My allies are going to push bot lane. Hopefully they leave after. If they don't, they'll all die, but that's someone else's problem. Nice, they're leaving. Alright. Collie's got some kills, so to Caitlyn. Makes the game a lot easier. Jack's show. Into the top side. Bro, I'm gonna get there faster than I could with the base gate. This guy's so dead. Alright. We could try for the Baron here. Let's roll around at the speed of sound. Where the hell is the enemy? Q. If I go in, it can become bad. There they are. Q. I'm going the other way. Okay. Doink. EW. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Nice. Oh. Job. Look at all these wards. Go to the Baron. Alrighty. Now, in the mid game, you can get 1,000 kills, you can have the lead, but if you don't get the Baron, you don't win the game. The whole reason we're moving into the enemy jungle, trying to get these picks, is to win this bad boy. So let's take it. This is pretty early on to take it, but we have super good control. Careful, Mr. Silas. That's my ally right there. That's my ally. Smite. Job's done. Right to the dragon. My allies are not coming to the dragon. Alright, back to base. I'll complete the shitty Sunfire. This thing sucks. Level 15. I don't get any stronger. I already have 1 trillion items. So we just want to keep skipping the camps and doing the plays now that my team has the lead. We have the Baron buff. And then they're going to be pushing up the map. If I'm doing my wolf camp as my allies are all the way up here, it's just wrong. As the tank, we need to be in front. Better yet, leading the charge. The biggest mistake Rammus makes in low elo is that they're too scared. Too scared to just run into the enemy. We have 1 billion HP, we can't die. Let's do this. Damn it, he walked away. To the bot lane. Mr. Malphite, glad to see you. Ulti. EW. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. That guy's just dead. I'm taking no damage. Q. On the Yasuo. Boom. E. Not hitting my Caitlyn today. W. Hit him. Q. Onto the Jhin. Bounce him around. Good job. Keep tanking. Seraphine, baby, come here. I want an autograph. E. Very nice. Very nice. Clicking at the bad guy and hitting him. You won't believe what happens next. Alright, let's push. Buh. Buh. Oh, buh. I'll just tank the turret. Who cares? It's not dealing any damage. Push. Push. Go ahead, Malphite. Kill me. GG. Final score 9-0 and 11. Protoplasm healing is 1300. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Click the join button. Buy group coaching. If you've been wanting to try coaching but thought it wasn't very affordable, we now have group coaching, which is going to be limited slots but cheaper than the regular hourly coaching, and it will give you access to a 1-hour session with a group twice a week, so we can hit both time zones. In those sessions, we'll do VOD reviews, questions and answers. We'll have the champ request stream, now exclusive to just the group here. And then sometimes there will be guest challenger players that stop by too. And this will all be in its own Discord where you get to talk to the other dedicated Bobs that are trying to climb and learn more. Alrighty, see you there.